Good evening and welcome to Ball State Online. My name is Jack Williams and I'm Marketing Coordinator for Ball State's Online and Division Education. And tonight we will feature a webinar that focuses on the online bachelor's degree in criminal justice and criminology. Our presenters this evening are Professor Michael Brown, who is chair of the department, and also Dr. Ben Gibbs, assistant professor in the department. They will be talking about the program, the curriculum, how to apply, and hopefully answer all the questions that you might have. At the end of the webinar, there will be time for a live chat in which you can type in your questions and pose those directly to the professors that are here. And with that, I think we're ready to begin.
Thank you, Jack. I think a major strength in our department is our faculty. All of our faculty have outstanding credentials. Most of them have PhDs. We've got JDs and some masters in public administration as well. Our faculty are actively involved in research.
Yeah, that's correct. Many of our faculty are engaged in their own expertise and specialization of research. For example, I research in community-based corrections and sex offender research, where Professor Dr. Taiping Ho is involved with the Indiana Department of Corrections, examining effects of their educational programs on recidivism. We also see Dr. Entravia involved in looking at young adult social media usage and their perceptions of crime based on that particular usage. So a lot of interesting research is coming into the department through faculty, and then that in turn is brought to the classroom. I believe that our research not only keeps us current in the field, but we're also able to bring our own original research to illustrate particular criminological points while we're teaching.
Very good, yeah. Our faculty are also involved in the field. Some of them are performing research in the field as well as serving on local, national, international organizations and boards. Very much bringing theory to the practice of criminal justice. Certainly influencing and affecting policy changes, which has a large impact on the society at large.
Yes, our online program is specifically designed for working criminal justice professionals and non-traditional students. We provide opportunity to gain college credit while also advancing one's career in the field, or perhaps while they're working and looking towards a professional goal.
Actually, as a matter of fact, this online program was designed specifically for online students. We believed, based upon our research, that there were a number of place-bound professionals, those who were working already in the field, as well as those who simply were unable to come to campus for a variety of other reasons. But they were interested in criminal justice, they were interested in earning their degree, maybe for advancement within an organization, or just simply wanting the opportunities that a degree would offer. So this is why we developed the online program. I think also a major important point here to emphasize is that the faculty who teach online also teach on campus. We do not have two faculties, we have one faculty, and all of our faculty do both online and on campus.
Yeah, I think that's an important distinction. For example, in any given semester, I may be teaching a research methods on campus in a live classroom, but I will be teaching that exact same course online during the exact same semester. And we frequently do that with our scheduling. So as faculty develop their courses for, say, on campus, they're also, in effect, developing their courses for online.
Yeah, it's same material, same everything. So there really is no difference between the two degrees. We have very dedicated faculty who are interested in students. There is an expectation, and an expectation that is definitely met by our faculty, to interact with their students. So you could expect a lot of engagement, not only within the classroom setting, but also outside if you have questions or concerns.
Within our degree, there is the opportunity to basically make your own schedule when we're talking about your going through your college curriculum. There are no set times, so you're able to work when you're scheduled to work and complete coursework whenever it is convenient for you.
Yeah, when we were thinking about meeting the needs of working professionals, we realized that there are swing shifts, there are those who are working nights and days. So we decided that it was in the best interest of our prospective students to have an asynchronous setup, that all of the assignments, all of the information would be presented in such a way that students would be able to go online and get the information they need instead of showing up each day or every other day at noon. That just doesn't work for everybody. So you can expect a lot of convenience. Faculty are also going to respond to any questions within 24 hours. So you can expect your questions answered as well.
Looking at our coursework, we have through our curriculum developed areas of specialization. We provide the opportunity for an individual to customize their degree in a number of different areas. Although one doesn't have to declare a specialization, we offer the opportunity for students to do so. And some of the specializations that we do provide are things like policing or law enforcement for those individuals who are looking for a career in policing. Also courts or law. We do have a number of students that are looking to eventually complete law school and get their Juris Doctorate. We also look at the areas of special populations and corrections for those who want to get into, say, community-based supervision or institutional corrections. They have the opportunity to look at the contemporary field to better assist those in need through human services. So there are a lot of opportunities for our students to really gear their education towards their preferred career.
I think one of the things I like most is that flexibility for students to sort of create a collection of classes that reflect their interests, areas that they may want to specialize in, may directly relate to their class or their career that they're currently in, or something they aspire to as well, which is, I guess, the point in terms of trying to address those who are working professionals or those who simply aspire to work in criminal justice. We've also found that the private sector is interested in our students as well. Over the years, I've noticed an increasing number of students who are hired by the private sector, be they in investigations for insurance companies or phone companies, cell phone companies, because many of the skills and abilities that are acquired in our classes are generalizable to the private sector. So if we take a look at our required classes, now of course if you're earning a bachelor's degree, you're going to have core classes. These are university core classes. And you're going to need to earn 36 to 39 hours there. But focusing specifically on the major, we have 8 required classes, 24 hours of classes, and they are intended to provide a foundation, something that will help you be successful in your upper division classes. So, Intro to Criminal Justice and Intro to Criminology are two of our sort of our entry-level classes. Now, I suppose it's probably a good idea to make a distinction here. When we talk about the Intro to Criminal Justice class, this is a focus on the components of the justice system, our police, courts, and corrections. Criminology, on the other hand, tends to focus on why people do what they do, and there are a variety of theories there. Now, sometimes people, they get glazed eyes when they start thinking about theory. But theory is really valuable because theory informs policy. It directly connects to the criminal justice system or intro to criminal justice because policy informs and influences the practice of criminal justice. I oftentimes say that you really can't understand one without understanding the other. Race, Gender, and Crime, another foundation class, very important in a very diverse, pluralistic society. Research methods and evaluation research, 2 key classes if you are going to assume roles of leadership. You need to be able not just conduct research, but to be able to read research. If you take a look at the data-driven nature of our criminal justice system today, you need to be able to read the research and understand where they got the data, how valid and reliable the results may be. So you need to understand those things. And then evaluation research is evaluating policy. What works? What doesn't work? What could be tweaked to improve what we're already doing? So those are 2 really important classes. Ethics, probably starting in the 1990s, there was a trend toward the establishment of ethics in criminal justice. Just a short time after ethics were required in business majors. So this focus on decision making and taking a look at what factors are legitimately considered in making decisions. Those are all, or most of those are 1 and 200 level classes. Our evaluation research is a 300 level class. And then the capstone is our last class. This is a class that's intended to pull everything together. It is truly an invaluable class because it helps us take what we learned in the intro classes and even what you've learned in your electives, your upper division classes, and bring them together. Help the students make sense out of the degree that they have earned.
Yeah, first I think I wanted to reiterate on a point that Dr. Brown made in that when we're looking at our 24 hours of core courses, they are our foundation, but it's also important to know that you don't have to take them or complete all 8 classes before you get into electives. Like Dr. Brown said, our Introduction to Criminal Justice and Introduction to Criminology courses are generally freshman level courses. But then when an individual moves on to their sophomore year, we believe that research methods is an appropriate course to be taking during that first semester or second semester sophomore year, and then in their junior year taking evaluation research. But then mixing in the other core classes, and of course a capstone in criminal justice is often completed in one's last semester, so as they're seniors. If electives catch your eye, there'll still be opportunities to take those while you're completing your foundation courses. With our electives, as you can see, we have, of course, we address the three key areas of criminal justice, where we look at policing, corrections, and courts. Individuals have the opportunity to, within those specializations, if they choose to specialize in something particular, to take one, two, or all three of those courses and then move directly into the courses they believe will benefit their particular career. Again, we do not require someone to declare a specialization. However, the faculty and during advising will recommend particular courses. We have frequent conversations with our students concerning what their professional goals are, and our students in turn ask us, what do you think would be most appropriate for them to take? And supervising our interns and talking with professionals out there in criminal justice agencies, they've informed me of classes they think are most beneficial to students in particular fields. For example, speaking with several police officers, sheriffs, they've mentioned to me that all students should be taking criminal evidence and criminal law courses, that these are very beneficial to incoming police officers. So we recommend something like that for those interested in a law enforcement career.
Yeah, you know, when you take a look at the areas of specialization, let's just pick policing. So there's an intro to policing class. You'll need to take that before you get into some of the more in-depth studies like policing in a free and diverse society. But from there, you know, it's really what you might be interested in. Police officers deal a lot with juveniles, so taking a juvenile justice class would be really important. Of course, police officers also deal with victims, so victimology would be an invaluable course to take. Human services, another one. Let me also mention, this is not an exhaustive list. We also have a special populations course that takes a look at mental health and substance abuse. These are two, you know, critical core issues in contemporary criminal justice. So sort of taking a look at what your job or your aspired job might need or require, might best prepare you for that job, would be something that we could help you with. We also have professional advisors, and we'll introduce those to you here at the end as well. You know, you can do the same thing in terms of corrections. You can take intro to corrections and then move into institutional and community corrections. And because you're dealing with people, and most of them are dealing with substance abuse issues, many of them are dealing with employment problems, human service issues. How do we best support them and increase the likelihood they're going to be successful while they're being supervised under correctional control? These are really important issues. Or if you aspire to go to law school, there are some things that you want to do, the kinds of classes you want to take together that just makes you a better law student.
In discussing some of the careers that a criminal justice degree makes you eligible for, I think this list, of course not exhaustive, is very important. We keep in close contact with our alumni, so this list really reflects where our alumni are placed. Not only the things that you can do that's possible, it's actually careers that our alumni are doing. So you may be interested in, of course, law enforcement. We have alumni in city, county, state, and federal law enforcement agencies. We also have those in the correctional field, whether it be probation, parole, or working inside an institution. Like I stated previously, we have students that moved on to law school and are now practicing attorneys, whether in the private sector or working as a county prosecutor or public defender. We also have, and Dr. Brown had mentioned this, we have students that are moved into the private sector. Private security, cybersecurity has become a very much a specialized field in contemporary criminal justice, and we have students, or alumni rather, thriving in those positions today.
We also have students who have graduated, went on to graduate school, and are now professors. So the opportunities, the possibilities are truly open for you. So, if you're interested, and we hope you are, you need to take the next step, and that is to apply. You need to have graduated from high school or have your high school equivalency. You need to send your transcripts into the university and submit your application for admission.
We see real value in an online criminal justice and criminology degree. For Indiana residents, the cost is $300 per credit hour. For non-Indiana residents, the cost is increased somewhat to $500 per credit hour. There are also additional technical fees due to the technical and online nature of the program.
Yeah, I mean, there is great value here. We have nationally, internationally recognized scholars in the department. We have award-winning teachers. The university is recognized as being in the top 5% in the country. There's great value. We know how to take care of our students, and as a matter of fact, we want to get to know you while you're here, and we want to keep in contact with you when you graduate. We have a Facebook page, CJC Facebook page, and we hope that you'll join us there. Take a look. You'll see a lot of highlighted alumni there. You see a lot of departmental information there, and we hope that you take a look at what we have to offer there.
If you have any questions, please contact us here at Ball State. Of course, Ms. Schultz and Ms. Waldron are our online student advisors. They're professional advising staff that can help you get started, register for appropriate classes, and begin to map out your degree and how you want to progress in the program.
Casey and Laura both have spent a lot of time with us trying to understand our major and how best to help students fashion their degrees, develop areas of specialization. Faculty are always open to answer your questions, but you can be assured of their quality. They are professionals and they know how best to help students. So if you have any questions, we can do that.
Excuse me, this is Jack Williams again. I think we're ready to wrap this up. My thanks to Dr. Brown, Dr. Gibbs, and as Mike had mentioned earlier, please get in contact with us. We'd like to tell you more about the program. And thank you.
Thank you.